Welcome back to the Unexplainable podcast with Greg and Clay. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, pal. What's up?
You know, it is going good. It's been a long time, but
It's
it's
been a
been a
long
good time.
time.
We
It's been a
we,
long
we
time.
had our season 1 break.
We had our season one break. It was successful. What did we do? Five episodes?
I think we made it through 5, maybe,
Yeah.
and then we
And
took a break.
then our ratings skyrocketed, and the producers brought us back.
That's right. They brought us back. Thanks, Fox.
Thank you, Fox.
Oh my goodness.
Disclaimer,
Oh,
Fox.
but yeah. So.
Uh, So yeah, a few things are different right off the bat. One, Greg and I are no longer in the same room. We're now doing this with the power of electricity and connection through the internet.
and space.
Yeah, space is also a big major key here. But this podcast is now brought to you by Skype. It's our first big major change of season 2. This is the season 2 premiere. Season 1 was so much fun. We just couldn't stay away. And after a small hiatus, we're back at it, boys.
That's right. Sometimes life happens and you have to end season 1, but you can come back and say you're in season 2, so it seems like you never left.
Well, before we get too deep into what's coming for season 2, can you tell everyone what's been going on lately?
Man, I made a whole life swap. I moved 3 hours away, got a new job, still loving the job. Just bought a house, bought a new car, which was not actually something we wanted to do. We just got rear-ended horrendously, and they totaled our car. But we bought a new car, bought a house, started a new job. Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy couple of months, but I think that's starting to slow down. So hopefully we're able to do this more frequently.
Yeah, hopefully so. It was too much of a hiatus. I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too.
And our
It was
fans.
sad. It was very sad. Well, I hope so. I hope all of our fans that are out there who can now see our faces really appreciate that, and they take the time to really thank us for that, and watch more of our videos, and like more of our videos, and care. I hope our fans care.
Yeah. So the anonymity that we tried to cloak ourselves in last season is gone completely. Now everyone knows what you look like, and everyone knows what I like. Yes, they do. Oh shit! Where'd Craig go? He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay, he's back. But yeah, now no one knows where you live. Obviously, all they can tell is that you live in a closet with from 1978.
Yes, that's true. This room is not up to date at all. It has very nice flower wallpaper and an old door, and I changed that doorknob just a couple days ago.
That's how you know it's yours when you're changing doorknobs.
That's right. Last time I came in here and I shut the door, it locked me in. So I was like, that's not happening again. And I pulled the door hard and I changed the doorknob.
So the house is not favoring you. It's making you work for it.
It is making me work for it, but luckily I love to do handyman stuff. So this house has been like a dream for me to be able to just go and do whatever I want to it, because we rented for so long and everyone was like, oh, you should buy a house. So we didn't buy a house forever because we don't listen to anyone. We do what we want with our finances, and we rented forever. And we finally were like, hey, we're going to buy. And we bought, and it was actually a really easy process. And we finally landed on this house, which was actually a really good offer, really good deal. So we did it, bit the dust, and now we're here.
Well, congratulations on that home ownership. That's a big step.
Home ownership is a big step, and now I have equity in my life.
And it's just going to keep growing.
Hopefully.
I'm sure it will.
If not, we live here. And I have a lawnmower, and I mow my own lawn now. My own lawn now, not my own yawn now.
Mowing the lawn is so therapeutic.
No, it's not.
It. Yes, it is. I like mowing the lawn.
I hate it. You can come mow mine.
I
used to have this guy named Paul. They came and mowed my lawn once every 2 weeks, and I never had to do it. And I'd just come home from work, and I'd put $25 under my doorstep, and it would be mowed. So, Paul, shout out to you. You're the man.
I like the act of mowing the lawn. I just don't like the inconvenience of having to go get the lawnmower.
Well,
if that makes sense.
My lawnmower is in my backyard. It's in my little shop, so
that's nice.
It's not very far away.
Yeah, certainly. And then you have to do it every week. Wait 7 days, the grass is there again.
I have to do it tomorrow, and then it grows back. And guess what I want to do? So I hate mowing so much. I was like, you know what? It sucks, but I want really green grass. So now I'm going to start fertilizing and treating my grass, and it's going to grow even more. So I have to mow it even more. So
you're going full homeowner. Going full homeowner.
I do want to say I am drinking this Sexton Irish whiskey, and this stuff is gone for one thing. I just drank the last of it, but it is amazing, and it was a $25 bottle of Irish whiskey, and it's a cool bottle. Look at that.
It is a cool bottle. It looks like a something that you would carry like frankincense or myrrh in.
Well, maybe if I was going to see Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus. Well, shoot, man. Enough yammering about us. What are our lovely fans going to expect in season 2?
So in season 2, we're going to have a couple of random topics. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun, randomness. And then we're going to have one main topic that we're going to go over every week. And we're just going to talk out for a couple of minutes. We're looking to shorten our episodes to about 45 minutes. That way we have a time limit to know what we're going to do and what we're going to talk about. We're not just rambling on about random stuff.
Yeah, that seems a little bit wordy.
Sometimes we got a little out of hand with our wordiness. That is very true. But a couple ideas we had. One that we're going to do is we're going to do what happened in Florida today. And neither of us live in Florida. I've been to Florida a couple times. It was a very nice place, but their news is sometimes erratic.
To say the least, yeah.
To say the least. So that's going to be a fun one. It'll be a short topic we'll talk about every week, maybe have a couple laughs, and then move on. Second thing is we're going to have a long topic. This week's topic that we're going to go over, it's going to be, I don't know, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, this week's topic?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do my homework.
Luckily, I did.
Oh, you're testing me. You already knew.
Yeah. You know me, of course I did. Yeah.
You knew I was going to let you down.
Yeah, so it's a surprise though. So I'm not even going to tell you until we get there.
Okay.
But we are going to have one long topic just to go over, and we can shoot the breeze on it a little bit. And then after that, we'll probably wrap it up with a quick high five, a toast of whiskey, and then it's bedtime.
Or it's they could be just starting your day. You have no idea when the fans are going to listen to this.
Hopefully you're listening to it either whenever you're driving to work or whenever you are going to bed. That's the only time in the day I would recommend it.
Literally only 2 times.
Waking up or going to bed.
Do not listen to this podcast in the middle of the day.
Well, you can. It's just not going to be as enjoyable. Because right now it's, 9:30? So I would say this is probably the best time to listen to it is at 9:30 at night.
I'd have to agree wholeheartedly. It's something our smooth and smoky baritones are best accompanied with a glass of scotch and a moonlight gaze.
I completely agree. Oh, one thing about not living in Dallas anymore. I can see the stars whenever I look outside. That's nice.
That is nice.
It is really cool. Didn't realize that was a thing anymore. Didn't realize the stars still existed, but they do. So that's where I'm at in life. But yeah, let's get into it. So I do have a really good story out of Florida today.
Yeah, this is my favorite segment. I'm really excited for this, more so than anything else we're going to do this season. Let's start it off. I'm so excited to hear what Florida Man did today.
Okay. So hopefully I can take the screenshot and put it on so you can see this picture like on the video, because we will have these on YouTube. Follow our YouTube channel, the Unexplainable Podcast. You can also still listen to us on Spotify and iTunes and all of the fun places, but we will have this video option, which is really cool. Anyway, so this is this shameless plug. This week out of Florida, police discover Trump-shaped ecstasy pill while on an overdose call. So the tablets look like Donald Trump, and the back of them say "Great America." It's literally.
They don't say "Make America Great Again." They just say "Great America."
They say "Great America."
They should say "You're fired."
It's a little orange pill. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they should. It says that a 23-year-old called the cops. He was feeling sick. He needed them to come over. It turns out he was having an overdose, and they found some orange pills, and they're in the shape of Donald Trump.
I'm just so taken aback by the attention to detail that you would need to
it's amazing.
Put into that.
Like it's crazy.
I wonder why Donald Trump was the inspiration, though.
Talk about a swing vote.
Oh, Greg. Oh, Greg,
what if it's actually
the viewers?
What if it's actually Alec Baldwin? I can't tell if it's Alec Baldwin or it's Donald Trump.
Oh my gosh. So did Florida Man die of the overdose, or was he just overdosing?
So, I don't. Let's see. It's unclear whether the pills were manufactured in the same place. Nope. He's fine. He was fine. He's in jail. He's in jail.
Naturally.
He's in jail.
Did he not give up the dealer? We need to know.
I guess he didn't. He's in jail on $2,000 bond.
He needs to give up the dealer, and we need to have him on the next episode of the podcast.
That would be absolutely amazing. I'm gonna give Mr. Dolan King a call, and we're gonna get him on the podcast. I might have to call his jail, but we'll do that. We'll try.
His one phone call can be here.
It will be a short podcast, but we'll ask him where he got the Donald Trump pills, and if he thought they were Flintstone vitamins, and if he thought they were actually Alec Baldwin.
Well, I don't need sleep. I need answers. But
oh my goodness.
Well, that was a better article than I would have anticipated, to be quite honest with you.
It was pretty awesome. So I'll try and put a picture up. Hopefully it's on the podcast whenever you saw me talking about it.
Slide it on our Instagram, bro.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Put it up there with some graphics. Make it look all fancy.
Like a brand, and it's all coming together.
What's going on?
That's a little fancy. We got we got that season 2 budget, so we got to flex on y'all a little bit.
Yeah, got that season 2 budget. We got whiskey glasses. No longer drinking out of plastic.
Straight from the can, like an animal.
Well, that's worth it. So before we go into our topic, so I did want to say I did start watching Letterkenny, and it is hilarious.
Oh, it's so good, so good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna really screw myself on this one, but I'm almost done watching Friends. I'm only I don't know,
God.
like 15 years behind. It's fine. No, I'm like 25 years behind now.
Oh,
But I'm almost done watching it. It's fabulous. And when I get done watching that, I think I'm gonna have to start watching Letterkenny next, like the whole way through. I've seen obviously like some great parts, but like the whole way through.
you were like, you need to watch Letterkenny, so I started watching Letterkenny, and it is actually really funny. I'm on season 4.
Yeah.
There's like 6 episodes per season, so it's pretty funny. And then I have never seen Friends, obviously, because I watch way too much Office.
It's
You,
honestly, man, it's up there. I can see why everyone goes on about it.
you you bring me someone who knows everything about The Office, and I'll tell them that I know more about The Office than them.
You probably do, because I'm a big Office fan, but I'm sure you have me beat. I don't even know. I want to go up against you on that one.
Yeah, the other day, Colby said he started watching The Office like the first time ever, which I thought was crazy. And he was like, "Oh, I'm on this so and so episode," and I was like, "Oh, that's episode 13 of season 2." And he was like, "You're ridiculous." So yeah, that's where we're at in life.
Don't be ashamed about the devotion to your craft.
Why should you? It's the best.
Exactly.
It's the best show.
It's
Anyway,
very good.
so I have a topic today. I don't know
Okay.
how long we'll be able to talk about it, because I don't know how interesting it is. But I'm going to give it a shot. So today it's how do you make the most out of your downtime? So we both work 40-hour a week jobs. So we don't have a ton of downtime. So how do you make the most out of your downtime?
As an acceptable answer that I don't make the most of my downtime.
See,
um,
so that's it. So like, what can you do to make the most out of your downtime?
you know, coming off of college, not being that many years ago, like a year ago. I think school is at its core, even high school, honestly, but like even at its core, school is first and foremost just time management. I feel like most people can get through most school courses, call it, university, whatever programs, except for just the really specific or really, something like engineering or medicine related. But most degree pass at most schools. I'm sure most people can get through, but like it's just that time management. So
Yeah, I
that's
totally agree.
definitely the thing that I took away from that. And then just the discipline that goes along with it, and knowing that you've got to go do this when you need to, and not getting lazy and getting comfortable, and just saying, oh, or procrastinating and just putting it off for later. I mean, I think the formula and the answer to that question is really easy. It's just, do you do it?
Right. Right. So that's like, just to piggyback off what you said. So whenever I was in college, I worked at my job, my full-time job, and then I had an internship, and I was full-time in school. So my wife, Emily, she would tell you that every single day I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I gave her a kiss, and I said, "Take it one day at a time," and left, because that is the easiest way to get through any situation, in my opinion, is to say, take it one day at a time. And then once you're done with it, you took it one day at a time. Before you know it, it's over. And then
Yeah,
you can enjoy your life.
it's really easy to get overloaded. I'm a planner, so I always like have to focus on what's coming next, and I
Right.
don't want to. I want to be focused on what's coming next so I can execute and not be. I don't regret whatever I'm end up doing, or regret doing it poorly. And so yeah, I mean it's really easy for me to get lost in the sauce and just you know not focus on just getting through the day, or making the best of the day while you're in it. So I
Yeah,
like that. Just gotta go day by day, man. That's all you can do. Live in the present, you know.
that's right. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only plan ahead so far. And if you plan ahead too far, you're not going to be able to do your plans. So,
Well,
but
it's
going
basically
back
a
on the,
guarantee that something's gonna happen to derail those plans, which is sad, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, something about Skype, by the way, if we ever have a faulty connection, there will be a weird part where we sound like robots. So I know that Clay just sounded like a robot for about a second. So if you ever hear it and it sounds like it's a robot and you're on audio and you're like, what the heck was that? Clay turned into a robot and then quickly turned back into a human.
I am a transformer. Please don't be confused. I'm here to help.
That's right. Autobots.
Roll out.
So
don't say that again, or I'll transform. I won't mean to.
Oh, right.
I don't want to have to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to come through this computer screen and physically hurt you.
I'm a transformer. I am your computer screen.
Oh,
snap. Yeah, I just broke your mind.
I thought you were looking widescreen today.
Is that a fat joke?
That's a pitiful joke. I apologize.
That's okay. I think that's what our fans have come to expect. The highest form of humor.
Of course. So on the downtime part, because we got more into the other part of life that's hard. So on downtime, I think the best thing to do in order to make the most out of your downtime is to, one, spend your time with others, and to, two, I am a person who hobby hops. I don't know if you know what a hobby hopper is, but it's someone who finds something and they do it for a little bit and then they get bored and they find something else and do it. So right now I'm playing golf, and I love playing golf. I love watching golf. One thing that's never changed, I love watching sports. I've just added golf to that sport mix. During football season, my hobby is fantasy football. That's the only thing I do. It's the only thing I talk about, and it's coming up. So if you're looking to get dominated, or if you're looking for some fantasy football tips, let me know, and I'll bring them to you in one of these episodes. And I'll call it Greg's not telling you any of his fantasy football tips because I'm gonna keep all of myself. Anyway, so I was thinking hanging out with people is definitely something that will help you with your downtime, and the other part is definitely having a hobby.
So okay, maybe I took that the wrong way. So define downtime. Are you saying time that you can devote to your hobbies, or time that is, I guess, the extra time in between your work and your hobbies and X, Y, Z?
I guess you can look at it two ways. The way I look at downtime is time that I'm not having to work. So that's the way I look at it. Some people, I mean, I see what you're saying in the time that you should be working or that you have in between work, but I'm looking at it in the way of time when I'm away from my job.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably how most people saw it, but I just didn't take it like that way initially.
Okay. Joke.
Yeah, if there's anything good in that, maybe, but there's not. I'm saving my Crown Royal Peach for the end of the summer. I blew through it so fast, and it's so rare. No, you can't find them.
No, you can't. It's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, it's so good. It's 100% worth it. And I've got that peach. I've got that peach bag now, collectible. I don't mean to flex, but I mean,
sell that thing on eBay.
Heck no, bro. Maybe actually, it's probably smart to do that now. Definitely smart to do that now. Who would buy? Now I'm intrigued. Now you've bothered me, and I'm gonna have to look into this. Like, who would buy just the Crown Royal bag?
Probably someone who is slightly addicted to Crown Royal. Maybe an alcoholic. Maybe someone who has a ton of other bags.
But it's just the bag. So what do you like? You don't really display bags. You could maybe display bottles, but not bags.
Well, I guess that's true.
Interesting. But I want to see now. I want to put it on sale and see if someone buys it.
Do it, and then we'll know. Don't actually sell it. Just remove it. Remove the listing, or put an ungodly reserve on it, like $4,000.
Yeah, and just yank that sucker.
just put like an ungodly reserve, like $20,000, and see if someone hits it, then you got $20,000. But
a lot of people take the bags and make shift knob or shift boots out of them, which is something I want to.
oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I
it's like one thing they're really good for. I guess you could make like a quilt. It's kind of an odd quilt if you have enough.
That would be the weirdest quilt ever.
Probably wouldn't be like the comfiest, but definitely a conversation piece.
Let's see. I'm looking it up right now on eBay to see how much it's worth. So you can sell the bag and the empty bottle for $20.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, what's Crown on its own? $25? You have a whole bottle for $5?
Some people are selling like lots of these though, like
Yeah.
five bags for 99 cents, but one person has the bottle and bag for $20. So
crazy.
anything is possible. Yeah, let's see. I low.
So we kind of got off topic as we usually do. So for you, you definitely have some hobbies and stuff, but you also spoke on bringing those or like spending your downtime with other people. What, in your opinion, do you think there's more of a 50-50 balance, or is it like, you know, how do you break that up? Is there like a key to like unlocking the most of your downtime between people and you?
Yeah. So me personally, I'm an introvert. So I thrive on having on having time to myself. That's whenever I'm able to get the most rest, whenever I'm most relaxed is whenever I'm alone. So I think that's definitely a person by person thing because I mean, as an introvert, I like to hang out with people for about 3 hours and then be done with it, or
100%.
something like that. But some extroverts, they're like, hey, let's just hang out until Thursday, and it's Sunday, so we have all this time to hang out and do whatever we want. And that would not work for me. I would fall asleep. I've had
100%.
multiple times where like on Thanksgiving or Christmas or sometime when I'm around all my family, and I will eat or we'll spend a little bit of time together, and before I know it, I am as far away from them as possible in another room with the door shut so I don't have to talk to anyone, and I can sit there and act like I am doing something else.
No, I 100% get that. I think one of the hardest things is trying to explain that to someone who isn't that way, because they take it personally, and it's not personal. It's just like your social media, your social meter goes out. It's just gone, and like you just can't. It's not against them. You just don't want to. You just can't really deal anymore. You don't have the capacity to like deal with other people's shit anymore.
That's
so
right.
You just go away.
Yeah. I'm going to go recharge, and then once my batteries are back up, I'll come talk to you again.
Yeah, exactly. But that just takes those people like, oh, you don't like me, yeah, whatever. But
I mean,
that's interesting. So you can only devote so much time to other people in your downtime, and you mostly get lost in the sauce, aka your hobbies.
Yeah. So I do like to spend time with my friends. That's what's kind of been hard, like about this move, is like redirecting that where we get like me and you could spend more time together, or like me and anyone can really spend time together, because it's just that's something that I'm trying to add more into my life since I don't have as much of it. But I play golf, and I work on the house, and I watch the Eagles, and I take naps. That's pretty much what I do in my downtime right now. To make it better, to make it more productive, I could do something like you and maybe go to the gym for an hour, or maybe walk the dog, or work on budgeting my finances and something like that. That would be more productive. But I like to take naps.
I think the thing for me is like I've been dealing with this a lot lately too, because there's a few other projects I'm thinking about starting, like in addition to the fact that we have this podcast now. And it's just, it's like you have this many hours in the day and you can do this and you can do this and you can do this. And it's like this is all you can do if everything goes perfectly. But things A just don't go perfectly. And then B, I feel like I can only keep up like a good day, like a really good day where I like knocked everything out and everything went right and I did everything great for like max 3 days. That fourth day, I don't know. I'm coming home and ignoring all my responsibilities.
Yeah.
And binge watching
that's what I
Friends for
did
8 hours.
Exactly. So
It's
I was
hard.
like
It's hard.
Yeah, I was trying to work on finishing one of these projects I'm working on now, and I'm probably 80% done, and I was going to finish it today, and I got home, and I was like, oh, this couch feels good, and I took a 2-hour nap.
100%. And I only have, like, after I get back from the gym and shower and eat and stuff, I only have maybe 3 hours before, it's time to wrap up. And that's if everything goes well. It's usually not even the case. I mean, if I want to sleep, sometimes that doesn't happen. But yeah, no, it's tough maximizing your downtime. It's crucial because so many people work that 40-hour week, or have some version of that where they work that, if not more, and kind of get done with that. And you just have time for, I don't know, I guess your significant other or something like that. I don't feel like enough people have hobbies. I don't feel like enough people really spend time, and it sounds really weird, but to kind of be selfish for themselves and just do the things they enjoy. I talk to a lot of people that just don't really. They're like, oh, I'm boring. I don't do anything, and I mean, I kind of get why.
Because you don't make enough time for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, life is demanding. It's hard, but getting the most out of that it's hard. Even me, or even us, we have so many different interests, and it's just hard to get everything out.
Mm-hmm. I think in order to make it where you can start having making the most of your downtime, you have to be very intentional about it. And if you're able to be intentional about it I mean, what is it? It's like if you do something for 21 days, it becomes part of your habits. So it becomes part of your rhythm. So if you're able to intentionally do it for 21 days, then you'll move forward and you'll be able to do it for as long as you want. Until you get bored of the hobby and you can hobby hop.
One thing I heard not too long ago on a podcast, on a different podcast I listened to, is something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing, is just winning the day or getting the most out of your day or whatever starts in the first 20 minutes of the day. If essentially if someone was going to watch you and watch your first 20 minutes of the day, they would have a pretty good idea of how the rest of that day is going to go based off of just that initial start of the day. And so one thing, I tried it for a while, failed, obviously, because it's hard. I'm not a morning person. But like getting up quickly and then, I don't know, doing whatever you do, if it's some kind of workout or like meditating or something along those lines, and just like getting up and getting it done for that first 20 minutes of the day, and then using that to just power through and continue in that mindset of getting up and getting what you need to do done. I think the days that I could get it done, it helps. I do.
It's like a slingshot.
I mean,
you're literally. It's a good way to start.
Yeah, it's all mental. I mean, at any point you can decide that, hey, I'm gonna actually do what I've sitting here thinking about doing, but whatever you can use to win the battle against your own mind is helpful. Right. So I mean, it was interesting.
Sometimes that's what it is. Yeah, sometimes it's you against you. So what did you do like whenever you were doing that? What was your thing you did in the first 20 minutes of the day?
Oh, so what I would do is I would wake up, and my intention was like to wake up and have breakfast and do my Spanish lesson on the Duolingo app, and then do a devotional. But it ended up just being like, being awake, kind of, and then doing like the Spanish lesson and the devotional while I was still in bed in the morning, and then breakfast was on the way out, as it typically is. It helps. I mean, it helps to wake up. I'm just not a morning person, and I'm very much a night person. So it's harder typically for me to go to sleep, and then I sleep really hard, and then I don't want to get back up. So yeah, so it was tough for me to start the day. I think I'm gonna start doing something again like that pretty soon, but typically I roll out of bed like 30 minutes before I have to be at work, and yeah.
I mean, that's how I am. It's just like mornings for me are literally so difficult. I usually get up about 15 to 20 minutes before I have to be at work, which means I'm usually 5 minutes late to work. So I think it'd be good. I mean, that's something that I definitely need to try, and I need to start working on. It's going to help me in my downtime. It's going to help me kind of propel what I'm doing. So I'm going to try that out.
Yeah, do it. The weird thing that I found is that your morning's easier if you get a full night's sleep. Well, it's easier to get a full night's sleep if you go to bed at, your specific hour. Yeah. And it's easier to go to bed at your specific hour if you get everything done that you need to get done. You have the discipline to do that the day leading up before. It's easier to do that if you had a good morning beforehand and you started off that day. And it's like, at some point you just got to start, and it's going to be a rocky road. And I'm by no means like the poster child for doing this well, but it all works on each other until you get to the point where you want to be. And it's funny, like you just kind of have to start and jump into the cycle, and I don't know, struggle a bit, but every step you do to help yourself there is just in turn helps you farther down the line, and vice versa. If you kind of hurt yourself, you kind of hurt yourself down the line too. But it's interesting.
Take it one day at a time until you get there.
Hey, there it is. That's right, one day at a time. My dude.
No, that's cool. That's a good thing. So like if you're listening and you think that would help you, you should try that too, and then see if it works. And if it does, let us know somehow. We have an Instagram that you can let us know on, and a Twitter. And the Instagram is at the Unexplainable Podcast, and the Twitter is at the Unexplainable P, because our name is too long to put podcast. So send us a message and let us know, and follow us because we don't have many followers.
The Unexplainable P. Where did this P come from?
What is this P?
Who peed all over the wall? Oh my gosh.
Who peed all over my Twitter?
Oh man. Excellent. Well, that was a beautifully wrapped up episode.
That's fun.
Biggest thing, the last little key to season 2 is going to be guests. We did one guest last season. Obviously, Colby was a fine guest, and we'll definitely have him back. But yeah, we're gonna try to have guests every episode. Hopefully, we're gonna try our best to get people scheduled and getting this on. Now that we have Skype, and it's we're a little bit more versatile with when we can schedule people to come on. So we're hopefully gonna have that done every episode of this season. If that doesn't happen, then we're obviously going to have this format that's hopefully a little bit more organized than last season's.
Yeah.
I think so far it will be. But yeah, so we're going to work on finding a guest, and we are really, really excited for what's to come. Wouldn't you say, Greg?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. I would say that this is going to be a little bit more interesting. It's going to be unexplainable still, because we're still going to have random stuff, but it's going to be a little bit more controlled because we have more of a routine, I would say. And I'm hoping we can get the Florida man on that had the ecstasy pills that were shaped like Alec Baldwin, so we can have an interesting story.
Tweet at us if you want Florida Man to come on the show.
Oh man, can you say that one more time? Because you definitely turned into a robot.
I said tweet at us if you want Florida Man to come on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So any last remarks?
My only last remarks I would say, we're back. We're excited to be back. Have fun with us. Listen, share. If you have something that you think is interesting that you want us to talk about, send it to us on one of our social media platforms. You know how I feel like about social media if you listen to any of our other podcasts. But we have it. So let us know. Happy to be back. Love doing podcasts. That's what I have to say.
I love it.
Anything to say?
Same goes for me, double man. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna dig the new format. I'm gonna dig getting things out in a little bit more organized manner. And if we're based off our preliminary discussions of who we have lined up, I think it's gonna be really cool. I think it's I think the fans are gonna have something to take away from the episode. So it's gonna be really neat.
Definitely. So yeah, this is
season 2 intro.
Season 2 of the Unexplainable podcast. We're excited. It's August right now. It's hot in Texas. So
thanks, Chip.
We're gonna go
back to you in the studio.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, and last thing, hopefully we can get these up quicker. So we did live closer, but sometimes it was harder to schedule times where we could both meet. So hopefully now we can sit down and we can Skype for a little bit and then do it that way. Plus they're shorter episodes, so that's going to be nicer too.
Yeah.
So hopefully you have a 45-minute or less time commute. If you don't, listen to 2 episodes. Or if you do have a longer one, listen to 4 episodes. And then you're going to run out of episodes. So, but anyway, thanks for sticking with us. Hope to hear from you again. Again, like us on Facebook. We have the Twitter. The Unexplainable P is Twitter. Everything else is the Unexplainable Podcast. We got the Instagram. And now we're putting this on YouTube. So we also have Spotify, iTunes. What else do we have? Name some stuff. Google Podcasts. We're on every podcast platform you can think of. So we're there. Thank you. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Have a great night. This is the Unexplainable Podcast, and we are gone.
Peace.